Okay, welcome to the stream. We're going to be going through 1, 2, 3 blocks of $1 bills. Each block has 500 notes, so we'll be going through 1,500 notes. I could go through all these notes, and afterwards, if you stick around, I'm going to show you some cool finds that I've had over the last couple of years. We did a stream last night, and the best two finds last night were this radar note, 1380-0831, and we also had a star note with a 250,000 print run with a total printed of 500,000. So just two runs in that series. So it was a good hunt last night. Now we're going to start on the rest of the bills I've got. I've got 6 more blocks. We're going to do 3 of them tonight, and then the other 3 tomorrow night in the stream. As well. So here we have bundle number 1. I'm going to get my camera a little better adjusted this time. Hopefully I can avoid some focus issues. That looks better. All right, that looks pretty good actually. Okay, this is the first bundle. Welcome to the stream. If you're just getting here, we haven't even really started the bills yet. I just did a quick recap of the best finds from last night's stream. And we're going to get started on tonight's. This is the first bundle. If you're here, say hi in the chat, hit like on the stream. We'll get started here. This is the first bundle of 15 bundles tonight. We'll do 15 tonight and 15 more tomorrow night. All right. Let's get this going here. Hopefully we'll find at least something decent. The goal is to beat last night's hunt. And if I'm going through all these bills and I miss something, let me know. I try to keep an eye on the chat and hunt bills at the same time, and you never know, I might miss something. If you're joining us, feel free to say hi in the chat. We can talk. If you have any questions about coins or currency, I might know the answer. But we'll see. For now, we'll just hunt bills. And if you stick around till the end of the stream, I'll show you some of my best finds currency hunting. So far, this bundle has not been good. I wish that 3 had been a 4. That would have been 4114, 4994. That would have been cool. How's it going, Richard? Thanks for joining us. So you may have missed last night's stream. We did okay. We actually did all right in that one. We went through a bunch of $5 bills. We also went through a bunch of ones. That one's close to cool. We found some good finds last night. A radar note, not a repeater, and a very low print run star note, on top of some other stuff. But those are the 2 best finds. We'll see what happens in this one. There's an older date note. Hey, Shannon, how you doing, man? We got an older date here. It's February 25th, 1523. That's too old to really want to research right now. I'll just put it to the side. Check it later. Not a priority. We did not find any birthday notes in last night's stream. Maybe we'll find something good in this one, as far as birthday notes. Speaking of birthday notes, I also have a cool birthday note to show off at the end of the stream too. I'm going to be giving it away at the end of the month. And if you happen to see my video about that last month, you'll know what it's about. There's a trinary with 0s, 2s, and 5s. Not everybody likes trinaries. I don't necessarily like them, but I'll keep them because they do have a little bit of value most of the time. A minor find there. And that's a minor. That's about as low end as it gets, though. Thank y'all for joining us. Oh, great. I just didn't see you there, I guess. It was like 2 hours. Hey, Spray Can, how you doing, man? Welcome back. We're just getting started, by the way. There's another trinary. That's almost a binary. There's always this one number that ruins it. This time it's a 6, but a trinary is a trinary. Yeah, Spray Can joined us last night for quite a while. So shout out to Spray Can Coins. Check out his channel. I just subscribed to him last night, and check out Shannon's new channel. Or I don't know if it's a new channel, but at least new videos. Kind of a new channel, I guess, because you didn't really use it before, right? So Shannon's got a couple of cool videos up. So I had some awesome graded coins recently in a package. I was honestly extremely jealous. Well, that's cool. I'm glad you known him. I just met him last night. But check out both their channels. So far, we're not doing great, but we're also not doing terrible in this hunt. Usually takes us about 2 hours to get these done if I don't goof around too much. And I always do. Almost a repeater. 8435, 8437. Maybe I'll find the other one from that run, from that little run there, and find the actual repeater for that. If I missed something, let me know. If I'm going too fast, let me know. Trying to be thorough. There's our first bundle down right there. So we're 1/15 finished. All right. Yeah, Shannon, I agree. So far, it seems pretty cool. This Spray Can, what kind of dimes you looking at? I just went through 2 dime bags recently. I'm like dimed out. Hope I'm getting more for a while, at least. At least not for a little while. I got other stuff to do. I've got 10 boxes of halves. Shannon knows that. The Spray Can, I've known him for what, maybe 3 or 4 years now. But actually, we know each other in person, though, not just online. He lives near me, close enough anyway. I know he's got a pretty good stash of halves left over, unless he's gone through them. Have you gone through your $50, Shannon? So you're going through Spray Can, you going through like a box of dimes? You going through just some like rolls? And Shannon, how many $50 boxes you got left? That's a rough looking note. 2.5 boxes left. You find anything decent? Because mine are from the same facility as yours. Tell me you found something good. Yeah, Richard, I know you're going to tell me about that. Rich, that's an awesome find. That's the lowest run I know of from anybody getting. So pocket change, Spray Can. That's cool. Yeah, double dies. You find any good double dies, Shannon? I haven't been through I haven't even started mine yet. Haven't even opened the boxes. I've got 10 boxes stacked up next to me over here. Haven't even touched them yet. I'm going to go through currency, then I'll do my quarter stash. Then maybe I'll do my half dollars afterwards. That's a good thing. You found your first one? I haven't even found one yet. Is it the one that's on Variety Vista? That video number 1? I've looked for it, but believe me, a lot of those out there are marked. Nice. I haven't found one yet. But I only hunted half dollars once last year. Like I think I did a box and 5 rolls. But I'm going to change that. If I don't find any silver in these boxes, I still want to do some half dollars. They're my favorite thing to hunt through, except for maybe pennies. Halves are just too much fun. I like finding double dies. I'm all about the varieties. Well, he found a variety I don't have yet, and I've got pretty much all of them. That's almost a radar. That 4 in the middle or the 8, that's so close. Oh well. But I found, I would say 90% of the varieties on that whole series, except for the silvers. I still got a bunch of silver varieties too. Yeah, I've been getting the black and white rolls too. Yeah. The yellow ones that I got, those are the Loomis ones. I used to get those all the time. I have to look at my boxes. I'm not sure. I think they're black and white too. That would have been nice. That was 2018. That would have been a nice birthday note, but not quite. Yeah, Richard, my email is that is an awesome note, by the way. That's lower than any run I've ever seen. That's like a quarter of the lowest run I've got. I think my best run's like a 64,000 run. Yeah, send me a picture to it's changeisgoodviewercontact@gmail.com. It's in my video descriptions. Hey Shannon, have you been looking for these notes? Because you're in this area. Have you noticed these FA series 2021 series notes with the really faint serial number on the right side? They're not like really faint, but some of them are actually really quite a bit fainter than this one. I've been pulling them out if they're faint enough. You can see how it's not quite, I mean, it's enough, but it's definitely different than the left side. Yeah, they're on the FA. They're on the F, and the ones, they begin with a 5. I had a couple last night I actually pulled out. This one's almost faint enough. I believe the other 2 are fainter than this one is. But some of them are really faint on the right and nice and dark on the left side. Just on the FA series. I think there's another series that has those too. I think it's a G series from another year. But it could be the same year. Anyway, Richard, yeah, email it to changeisgoodviewercontact@gmail.com. I definitely want to see that. There's a mixed numbers there. 8579, 8795. And kind of a mixed repeater note. So far, no star notes. Have you noticed that? Of course, we're just getting started. But I like to see your bill. That's pretty cool. And Shannon, if you got a double die in the 2023 double die, I might get one too, hopefully. I got mine are from the same facility. Triple doubles. Yep. I like to find. Hey Shannon, have you found the have you found all the cherry pickers varieties on the clad half dollars? Like, have you found the 1972 Philadelphia double die, like the valuable one, and the 1977D? There we go. That's a hybrid, as I call them. 94497007, like 2 different miniature radar notes in there. I pull these out. Plus, it's pretty crisp. It's a nice note. They sell for a few bucks on eBay. So no really good notes yet, but we're getting started. You haven't gotten the 72. The 72, I think that's like the best one. I think I've got like 7 or 8 of them, but they're the toughest to find. They're almost always worth submitting for grading if you can find one. At least if they're AU or better. If they're mid-state, they're definitely worth submitting for grading. All right, so we're down to bundle number 3. We'll do a recap after these 5 bundles. We haven't found a whole lot of stuff yet, so we'll slowly go through them all. If you're just joining us, I'll show you our last night's 2 best finds. Just for last night's finds, for last night's stream, we had a radar note, 13800831, nice and crisp. And we also had as far as best star note, we had a 250,000 print run, 2017 A E series note with only 2 runs of $250,000 each. So 250,000 run, 2 great notes. Let's hope we can beat that in this one. Now, Shannon, I've got, with half dollars, I've got the 77 Philly DDO and DDR. I've got the 72. Have you found the 72 D double dies? Because those are also fairly tough to find. I think there might be some master die doubling in there that kind of definitely confused me. I need to go back through all mine and double check them. But the 72D, it's about as impressive as 72 Philadelphia, to be honest. Just not as valuable. I've got the DDRs for both, pretty much all the double die reverses except for 1 or 2 of the 71s. All right, let's try to keep this focus going nice and clear here. But I will be going through half dollars once I get the currency and quarters done. I've got 2 more bags of quarters to knock out. I've been through 1 already. Actually, I'll give you a little sneak peek of what I found in one of the bags. Check this out. I found this in the last quarter bag I went through. A Magician's Trick coin. You don't see those too often. I found a few of these, but not many. Mostly quarters and half dollars. Yeah, they're like 10, 15 bucks on eBay if you can sell them on eBay. And I also found an entire stack. I'm not kidding. If I can get it all in my hand. An entire set of gold-plated state quarters from 2001 all the way through like 2004. 20 gold-plated quarters I found in the last bag I went through. I don't normally keep, want this kind of stuff, but it's like a full set. At least of all the states, at least. It was definitely a collection dump. Yeah, they were all in the same bag. Along with the magic coin. That magic coin may have been with them. I don't know. There are also some foreign coins and stuff, but I'll in the video. It'll be a little while before I get that video finished. I still got some more quarters to go through before I finish it up. And I may get more before I even get those done. We'll see how next week goes. My coin supply is kind of like opportunistic. So if I can get them, I'll get them. If I don't, I don't. So far, no star notes, though, in this hunt. I'll give you all a tip. If you all have time, if you do currency, one thing the bankers, if you got to drop off like a lot of ones, one really nice thing to do is to unfold all the corners on them and make sure they're all faced. That way they run really smoothly in the counting machines, and you don't get yelled at as much. I promise. I'll go through and do this after the stream, though. I don't do it now. I'll get them all cleaned up, and I'll double check my counts, make sure they're all there. But it definitely makes things less dramatic when you bring 1,000 ones or 2,000 ones into a bank. If you're nice enough to at least make sure they run smoothly, they don't yell at you so much, I promise. Unless you bring them like 10,000. Yeah, be nice to your bank teller, Shannon. They have a lot more power than you think. They wield immense power over your life. All right. And by the way, Shannon, in my I do have my $50 albums. I do have a slot for that 2023 DDO in there, but I've got to readjust the last album completely because I've got to add all the DDRs that have been found on those newer ones too. Because when I made that album, those didn't exist yet. Any star notes? Anything, folks? And these are definitely unsearched bills. We'll eventually have something. It's a matter of time. But I've got slots for those double die, at least that one double die. I just got to find one. All right, we're almost done with bundle number 3. But if you stick around, I'll show you my best currency finds of all time. Yeah, I wish they would get, I mean, I know it's hard to get stuff, you know, I find stuff all the time that's not listed, like all the time, especially on modern quarters, because they're, you know, some of those quarters have like 50 double die reverses and only 30 have been found and attributed because people actually have to send those in. And it's just, I think if they made it easier to get them attributed, there'd be a lot more listings for stuff we find than there are now. I just wish they would make it easier. But it is cool to find like a discovery coin or something. I've got tons of varieties. I got some $50 that I showed Shay a while back, like last year at Tulsa. I haven't done anything with them since then. And I'm confident at least one or two of them are new double dies on a Kennedy $50. So on on 71s too, on 71Ds. Well, that bundle wasn't great. That was a bust actually. We have any busts last night? It's all right. They're still fun to go through, bust or not. I know. I emailed him a while back. He didn't respond to me. Yeah, too small to list. Well, I found some pretty good ones though. They're as good as the ones that are listed. The problem is they've only got like one die stage of those varieties, and you don't know for sure if you've got the right one. When I don't find the markers, I just call it done listed. Yeah, there we go. Our first star note. 2013 K series. Let's check it out real quick. Probably going to be a common print run because they almost always are. 3.2 million print run, 26.1 million printed. That's a very common star note. But our first star note, at least we got one. Yeah, but I've got, is that the bill I had yesterday? That's a older date note. November 8th, 1662. So I'll check that out later. All right. Unless I found that last night. Did I find that last night? No, I didn't. Okay. Let's keep on going. Serious. If I said serious, didn't I mean? I shouldn't say that again. That's hilarious. So if I say series at all, it's going to ask. It's going to detect me, right? Let me check my email. See if I got that email from him yet. No email yet. Richard, I'll keep my email open if you send me that bill. There's another older date, June 16th, 1679. I'll check that later too. May not keep it. I kept one of the older notes from older dates last night. It was like a famous war battle, but it wasn't anything most people have ever really heard of, honestly. Okay. Maybe I hope I don't find any more, K series star notes. If I do, it's going to be one of those really rare runs. But we'll see what happens. Tonight the focus is better. I got my camera a little closer. Last night it was too far. 1880, 2215. 2 different dates, but that's way too far in the future. But Shannon, I don't know if you ever watched my slideshows, but I find so many varieties that I can't attribute because I can't find the markers for them, even though I'm pretty sure they're on the website. I just can't find any distinguishing marks, so I don't call them what I think they are. I have to make sure first. We're going through about almost 400 bills now. And remember, if you see me miss something, let me know. Yeah, most of them, many of them I can find markers for, but I like cherry pick out specifics, like coins that I haven't shown before, especially. I try to mix it up a lot. That way it's not so repetitive, because I can keep a lot of the same stuff, especially die chip coins and DDRs on like the American the Beautiful. I do look for pretty much everything, so I find a lot of the same stuff. But a lot of it's not attributed, or if it is, it's just not the wrong die stage. All right. Let's see what happens. Last few bills here. We'll do another bundle, then we'll do a quick recap of the finds so far. We're doing okay. Doing okay. Takes a little over half an hour to go through 500 ones for me. Unless I'm goofing around, it takes me longer. Okay, this is bundle number 5. After this bundle's done, I'll do a quick recap of what we found so far. Nothing great yet, but we're not done yet. There's another K series star note. K series star note, folks. Did it say anything, Shannon? This is 2021 this time. It's our second star note. $3.2 million print run again. Common. I'm like trolling it out at this point. 2 common star notes. Both of them are K series. I can kind of separate the syllables there for you. That way you don't get constant requests. We got 2 star notes now. I have to find another one of those $250,000 or 128,000 print runs. Also, I can find a nice fancy serial number too. Did y'all know that birthday notes are one of the most valuable notes you can find in circulation? All right, we're looking for Alexa notes now. Alexa series star notes. Yeah, it's the K. People, I guess they like to say okay a lot. There's some upside down bills here. I thought I faced them all, but I guess I didn't. I went through them quick though. I went through and checked the facings on them last night, but I guess I missed a few. Let's get them back around. I don't have to flip them around so much. All right. 10/15/2007. That's a good one, because they'll sell. I mean, you put them on eBay for a buy it now, you'll make some. You can sell for $20 to $30 a piece. I guess I flipped around a lot of notes I shouldn't have flipped around. There's a fairly low digit, 5-digit serial number. I don't keep these, but they are, people sell on eBay for a little bit of a premium. There's August 30th, 1108. That's a long time ago. I'm not looking it up now. All right. I think we're almost done with the flipping of the notes now. I'm just happy my focus is going well tonight. It's working for a change. All right. There's July 30th, 2619, a few hundred years away. Let's find something good. Hey, Shannon, have you ever sold a birthday note like on eBay or sold stuff on eBay as far as notes go? Because I watched, I look at the sales quite a bit, and birthday notes tend to do the best. It just takes a while to sell them. There's another hybrid note, 44229191. It's like a binary with a crossed with a super repeater. A low-end fancy serial number, but I pull them out. Hey, Richard, if you go to your email, and there should be a little paper clip on the email. When you make a new email, just hit that little paper clip to attach a file. If you take a picture of it, take a picture of it first. These notes are all flipped around. Yeah, they're all just, I'll just go through and flip them. Yeah, Shannon, that makes sense. Just having one listing, especially if it's like a high-end listing. Because, yeah, you got to have a lot of listings to, somebody's going to just think you're like a scam artist or something. Have no feedback, no sales history. It's hard to sell, just, or buy from someone like that, or sell to people without at least some history. Yeah. You're going to sell that 1939 nickel DDR? Almost a birthday. It's kind of a dual date, but it's a big spread. 1803 to 2002. It's a bit too long of a spread. Almost 200 years. 3, 4, 5, 6, 4. I would say it was 4, 3, 2, 1. That'd be nice. You don't want to sell that low grade 39 nickel double die? Come on, man. It's like G4 at best. Here's our star note. Let's see what we get on this one. This has got some potential. This is a G series, not a K series. $3.2 million print run again. All coming. And I am replacing the bills as I find them with some loose notes I've got on the side over here. Go back where? What'd I miss? How far back do I got to go? I just now noticed. Let's go back a little bit. Now, if they're bookends, I'll keep bookends depending on how they're set up. 365, okay. If there's the same number in the middle, I'll keep them. Three, 6, 5. How far back do we have to go? Was it that fast? Okay. Here's what I just went through now. Okay. What numbers am I looking for? I mean, just go through these really slowly. Now, I don't know if they got to be a specific order for me to keep them. Three, 4, 5 on each end. Okay, 3, 4, 5. I didn't already see that one, did I? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I'll keep them if they're the same in the middle, unless you want this note. If you want this note, you can have it, but I'll keep them if they're the same in the very middle. Same with like two digit bookends. I'll keep them if they're the same, like all four numbers are the same, but I don't keep them unless they're the same. If you want to let me know, I'll keep it. I'll give it to you later. I'll sell it to you for $1 later if you want it. I can put it to the side. But I don't keep them unless they're like the same. Yeah. Well, good eye though. Okay, Richard. Let me type it in the chat. Let me type this in here for you real quick. So here's the email. As long as I spell it right. There you go. There's my email. Last few bills for this bundle. We'll do a quick recap. Almost a birthday. The 69th of January, 1965. Man. All right, we're doing okay so far. I'd like to find more star notes, but they're going to get tougher to find as time goes on. Almost a radar there. That 0 kind of ruined it. 7201, 7251. It's always one number off. All right, we'll do a quick recap. Of the finds so far. So far, we have found 3 star notes, a 2013 G series. They all have 3.2 million print runs, a 2021 K series, and a 2013 K series. Don't want to get serious to show up again. I probably did. And so we have 3 star notes and 4 low-end fancy serial numbers. We have a couple of hybrids, 44229191 and 94497007. And a couple of trinaries, 1s, 3s, and 6s, 0s, 5s, and 2s. Nothing good yet. This is all like bottom of the barrel stuff. And if you happen to miss last night's stream, the top 2 finds were these 2 notes here. A star note with 250,000 print run and a radar note, 13800831. Those are the best finds on last night's stream. Now we're going to move on to block number 2. We're 1/3 done with this hunt so far. And by the way, we're doing another one tomorrow night too. I got a total of 4,500 bills. We'll just do them in 3 nights. If I do a stream, I don't have to edit anything except make a thumbnail. I like it like that. I get to be lazy. All right. Now, bundle number 6 of a 15 bundle hunt. So Richard, I hope that email went to you fine. Hope you got it. Hope it works. I've got the email pulled up now. I can see it if I get an email. I'll get a notification as soon as I get an email from you. I do want to see that note. I want to verify that because I believe you, but I don't believe you, man. That's too good of a run. It's too low. It's got to be worth decent money too. I haven't hunted 2s in a while either. The problem with 2s is no bank wants them. So I get like $1,000 in 2s. I feel bad about bringing them to a bank because they can never get rid of them. This is often how I get them, by banks who just want to get rid of them. All right. And remember, if I miss something, let me know. I'm watching chat too a little bit here and there. So far, we haven't found anything great, but we're also not even close to finished yet. This is how bill searching goes, though. You can go through thousands of notes and not find a thing, especially when someone's already searched them. That happened to me last month. I think it was last month or the month before. I went through like 2,200 bills that had been searched already. There's May 15th, 1901. A little more modern, although still old. I don't know if I'll keep that or not. I mean, within the last 120 years, that's a bit old. I'll put it with the other pile. If you have any questions about coins and currency, or arrowheads too, there's a cool note. 8s, 6s, and 9s. Some people call that a flipper. I don't count the 8s, but it's in great shape. It's a trinary. I wish it had 9 had been an 8 or something like that, but that's what you get. All right. So Shannon, on your last video, you had a few coins. I saw them all, but I forgot what they all were. I know there was some 2021 pennies with the terminal die break. Out of all those coins, which one was your favorite? If you have a favorite. I personally like that 39 DDR nickel. That's pretty sweet. Although the die breaks are also pretty valuable. Yeah, I had a feeling that's what you say too. Shall we do this? You want to track a bill live? Let's go to Where's George real quick. Let's see what this bill where it came from. I'm going to find out where it came from. Let's type it in, shall we? See. All right. The comment says this bill was found during a live stream on the YT channel. Change is good. You can't put YouTube in there. They'll block the comment. So it came from Mena, Arkansas, not very far, and that was only like a month ago. Oh, well. There goes the excitement. Yeah, that quarter was awesome, too. I agree. That was a pretty sweet find. Did you find that, or you cherry pick it, or just buy it off eBay and get it attributed? That's a good find. 1s, 8s, and 5s on a trinary, low end fancy. You find a lot of trinaries. You know, trinaries make up 0.7% of all bills searched. You find them about 7 per 1,000. And we're on the track we're getting close to that already. It's about 7 out of 1,000 bills are trinaries or lower, or binaries, or solids. You bought it. Did you buy it knowing it was that variety, or just happened to, or did you buy it as that variety and get it attributed, get it slabbed, or did you just cherry pick it out? Either way, it's still a cool coin. Those are some pretty good coins to put in a slab. Actually, I've got one I want to get slabbed. I may show it to you. Oh, nice. That's good. Yeah, that often helps too. I've got a quarter I pulled. I might submit this quarter. It is really nice. I have it in an album right now. I have to go pull it out. But I found it in the last bag I went through. I might show it in the video. I haven't decided yet. There's August 12th, 1594. Was it a trinary? I wasn't even looking. Let me double check. Let me go. I'll find that bill pretty easily, though. If it was, I didn't even look. I was too busy typing. Well, I mean, actually, hold on. I'm still there. Where's the serial number at? Let me find it. I won't keep it, I think, because of the printing on it. Maybe I will. Where'd it go? There it is. Yeah, you're right. 4 8s and 7s. I didn't pay attention. I even typed it in and didn't notice it. It is damaged, but it, maybe. Should I keep that? What do y'all think? I didn't pay attention to it. I was too busy typing. Too busy typing. Should I keep this note with the stamping on it? Well, it even says mean on it. What do y'all think? Should I keep it? Put it aside for the time being. All right. All right, it goes in a trinary pile. All right. A few more notes in this bundle. Well, thanks for the eyes, Isaac. Because I was not looking, even though I typed the new number in. I get distracted. All right, that's the first bundle of the second block. Here's bundle number 7 out of 15. I'm going to keep Where's George pulled up in case we find more. I like them too. They're fun to look through or to search, research, and I always put comments into how they were found on the channel. Another mixed up bundle here. We'll put it in the trinary pile. Oh man, a 95 series. All right. It's a 95 series note. Is it a web note or not a web note? How good are y'all? Do y'all know how to tell if it's a web note by looking at the front? And you can't Google it. I will know. I will hear your keyboard or your phone. Is this or is this not a web note? 95 series. Shannon says not by the front. Anybody else have any guesses? I'll give you 10 seconds. Shannon I'll give you 10 seconds. Anybody guesses, I'll show y'all here in a minute. I know immediately it was not a web note. There's a trick to it. Anybody with any guesses? It's not a web note. The reason you know it's not a web note is down here. Now, if you always look for the 2013 B series notes, you'll know about the FW and non-FW down here by this plate number here on the lower right. On web notes, there will be no suffix there either. There'll be no FW or a letter there. There'll only be a plate number here. That's all there will be. There will be no other markings besides that one little number on a web note. That's how you know it's not one. All right. I'll turn the bundle around here. Yeah. It's easiest to flip it over and look, but on a live stream, it makes it more interesting, though, doesn't it? Richard, here's another 2021 FA series. It's okay, Richard. If you want, I mean, you just gotta. If you know how to send emails through Gmail or I don't know what. I'm not sure which email you're using. Oh, please be a 2013. Oh, it's not a 2013. Damn it. A 2017 A B series star note in the duplicate serial number range, but it's not the right series. Damn it. But that's okay. It'll be a common run, I think, but let's look it up. It was kind of ratty, so I was hoping it was a 2013. We might find one, though. You never know. All right, try this again here. 3.2 million print run, common star note. That's okay. I'm going to pull all these notes that are upside down out real quick and just flip them around. Save myself some time later. Okay. I went through and checked them yesterday, but I didn't check hard enough. Yep. Hey, K Siri. All right. Back to the search. Oh man, I missed that one. Okay. Remember, if I miss something tonight, as you can see, I do miss stuff once in a while. 3s, 8s, and 7s, trinary. Didn't miss this one. Low end, though, I'd rather find something else than trinaries. Let's be fair. There's another older date note, October 9th, 1915. A little bit more, more modern, but still old. I'll put that in the look at it later pile. It could be a grandparent's birthday or something like that, but this is the 1900s, fine, for a change. All right. There's another star note. We're back on the star notes at least. That's the first bundle with 2. So 2017A, same series as the last one, just an F. 7. 3.2 million print run, common. And I'm out of replacement notes. So I'm going to use this bundle will be my new replacement notes once I get through them all. Used up all my 1s. Got some more mixed up in here. They're all upside down. All right. Anybody have a favorite find from this hunt so far? The Where's Yours note, trinary. Technically damaged, but that's all right. It's got the stamp from the city it came from. Come on, focus. Be my friend. There we go. They're all like flipped around. All right. When they're flipped around, I know they have never been searched because when they're searched, they're typically all faced the same direction. Anybody have any favorite finds? Because we haven't really had anything good yet. So just common star notes and trinaries and stuff. February 20th, 1531. Another older date note. I'll look it up later. Too far back to research now. Ooh, there we go. Check that out, Shannon. What do you think about that note? Now that is pretty badass. I think this is my favorite note now. Check out that inking error there, dude. That is like really light. And it's really good shape too. That is like super light. I think that's my favorite find so far. That is like, I think that's the faintest one I've ever found. I've found a bunch that are faint, but not this faint. That's like way off. Maybe I'll find some more. This is like that's a new run too. Maybe there'll be some more of these because it's going to be the whole run. That is nice. The back's normal. I'm going to definitely pull that out. Insufficient inking error, folks. That I wouldn't even call that minor. That's like a moderate. That's like a medium error note there. That's pretty good. That's the best one I found, I think, ever. What's up, Bino? Welcome to the stream. You missed like everything. Not really. You haven't missed much. We're like almost half done, but we haven't really found much. But just common star notes and trinaries. I'll do a recap here. We'll do a few more bundles and I'll do a recap. Look at that. Is that the third star note in this bundle so far? That's 3, right? And it's a K series, 2021. Okay. 3.2 million print run, common star note, but a star note nonetheless. Into the pile it goes. All right. Damn, dude, this is like loaded with them. Is that 4? We're on a roll, guys. It's probably another common one, but I think it is, but we're loading up on star notes tonight. $3.2 million print run. I think that's the 4th one, that bundle, isn't it? Isn't that 4? Advertisement bill. Kill me now. Let's keep going. So far, we've had, I'd definitely say that one is definitely the best find so far. I bet that's a $20 plus note with that kind of error on it. Maybe more than that. 20, 30 bucks, maybe more. It might even get, it's not probably enough to get an attribution from a grading company. There's another Where's George note. This one's not a trinary. I'm checking this one. All right, another Where's George note. Let's look it up. Go back to another bill. All right, that's 2 Where's George notes so far. This one does not have a stamp on it from a town, so I don't know where it's from yet. Oops, I typed in the wrong number. There we go. That was a good sound effect, though, wasn't it? Okay, let's find out where it came from. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, back in December 11th, 2025, last year. So it's traveled from South Carolina to Arkansas in like right at a month. Took it 1 month to get here from South Carolina. Somebody probably went there for Christmas or something and came back with it and spent it. Or went on vacation there for the holidays or something. This will be my new pile of replacement notes. Another bundle coming up. This is bundle number 8 out of 15. That last bundle was loaded with star notes. We've been through 7 bundles and have 7 star notes. 1 star note per bundle so far. I never get that many. Did y'all do anything fun this weekend besides watch a live stream for currency? There's a trinary, 6 1s and 9. Well, actually, it's not a trinary. That's 4 numbers. Never mind. Y'all do anything fun? I did some yard work today. I dropped off a parachute to get repacked. My reserve on my parachute was expired and I had to get it repacked. It's a fairly low digit number, but not cool enough to keep. Hogs lost again. I'm assuming that was a basketball game. My next skydive, I don't know. I would have went today, but my reserve was out of date, so I couldn't jump. If it's warm next weekend, I might go next weekend or the weekend after. It's got to be warm though. I don't like jumping in 40-degree weather. Now, if y'all don't ever watch my channel, I don't usually talk about it much, but I am a licensed skydiver with roughly 280 jumps, I think. If you ever watch my videos, you'll notice there's a clip of someone jumping out of a plane. Well, that's me before it fades into black and the quarter rolls across the screen. That's from one of my videos. I've got lots of skydiving videos. I've never posted a skydiving video, But one day on the channel, we'll see. It doesn't really fit the theme though. Although that is one of my hobbies. Last bundle was great. Found so much. That's right, diving. That was the theme, diving into change. Diving into change. Once in a while, I'll say "Let's dive in" on my intros, and that's kind of the reference, kind of a setup for that clip. So far, this bundle's not as good as the last one. Last note, but first, when I had 4 star notes in it, unless I miscounted, I wasn't paying attention. It was really good. That would be awesome, Bino. Scrooge, yeah, I could just put these. Let's get more of these these gold-plated quarters. Let's get more of these. Just dive into those. I can do the real thing, you know. Get like 50,000 of them and just fall into it. That would hurt though. That would really hurt. Because I'd probably get grounded by the FAA. Let's be honest. I can land in them though. I can open up, slide, do like a butt slide into them. That would hurt though, man. I come in pretty fast. Almost a repeater. I am paying attention. 7164, 7864. 6967, 67. If that was a 69, I'd keep that. 6967, 6761, not 69. That would have been cool. That would actually have been very appropriate for nowadays, right? A teenager would love to have that note. I could put that on eBay for like 50 bucks and probably get it if I made that. If that was a 9 at the end, especially, or a 7. But I'm not going to go down that road. And if y'all don't know, I don't sell anything. I don't have time. I've got too much to do. My nights are usually busy hunting coins or currency or editing video or filming video. I don't get much free time to sell anything, even post stuff. If I post a short, that was basically a night off for me. Just so I can get some stuff done. All right, bundle number 8 finished. We're a little over an hour into the stream. Now, Richard, I'd like to help you with that email, but I got to see your screen to do that. All right, we'll do 2 more bundles. We'll do a recap of the finds. I'll try to do a recap every 5 bundles. And if you stick around, I'll show you some cool finds I've had from currency over the last few years, and a note I'm giving away at the end of the month. This is my, bait and switch method of getting y'all to stick around. If you haven't hit the like button yet, hit that like button. Get the stream out to more people. Last night's stream got like 130 views altogether, which was more than all the last month's streams got. A little bit better than last time. And that's not a lot of views. Don't get me wrong. That's not many views, but it's still, for a stream that usually gets, very few, it was decent. That's all because of y'all too. I try to make it interesting, but these, when you're going through bills like this, it can get monotonous and repetitive. There's another older date, August 28th, 1793. I'll check it later. Building up a nice collection of older date notes that I'm probably not going to keep. But the more y'all engage with me, the less boring it is. So Shannon, I never asked you this. What's your favorite coin that you own? Oh man, why does this always have to happen? I get a 2013 B series, but it's out of the run. It's not one of the duplicate runs. I already know it's a 3.2 million print run, but folks, if you don't know, these 2013 B series notes, if they start with a 0 and a 3.2 or 0.96, and in between those two, they're going to be a duplicate serial number note, and they are worth 20 to 30 bucks a piece. This was would be a Fort Worth note, so it wouldn't be. It's still worth 20 to $25 most likely each. Man, but so close. I haven't found one in a while either. 3.2 million, but it's a star note and it's a find. Man, Henry Nickel's pretty good. I remember you telling me about that last year, I think. That is a good find. That's also valuable too. Plus, it was a personal find, right? You know, like a nickel hunt. They're always the best finds. Personal finds are always the best. Bino, out of your coin collection, what's your favorite coin? I think I've seen most of your collection, if not all of it. What's your favorite out of all those coins, if you have a favorite? I have favorites on mine too. I'll show you the favorite bills at the end of the stream. And I also have a giveaway item I'm giving away soon. I'll show at the end of the stream. My favorite coin find, I've got two of them. And they're both about as rare, but one's way more valuable than the other ones. I have a 92D Close AM FS901 graded AU55 from PCGS. One of, I believe, less than 200 known. I think there have been more found since then, but they're still really scarce. So I have that 92D Close AM, and I have a 1995D FS103. I believe there's roughly 100 of those known. Those are like the scarcest. Those might be the rarest double die on the penny. It might even be more scarce than the 69S double die, honestly. There are very few of them known. If they're not as rare, they're really close to as rare as that one is. Just not as well known. And there's actually a cool story about those. Yeah, but I know that I remember the Barber Diamond, the 21 Morgan. Those are cool coins. So I remember the picture, but I don't have it here on this computer to look at. But that 21 Morgan is pretty good, especially with silver prices the way they are now. It's pretty valuable, even if it's a common date. Anyway, I want to tell you a cool story. There's actually some articles online about this. Shannon might have read these articles, maybe, about the 1995D double die penny. It is reported that, I believe it was one of the writers of the Cherry Pickers Guide, I think that's who it was, who went to the U.S. Mint in '96. He went to the Denver Mint, and they showed him a double die they made on purpose for a training, like for a training coin, to train people to find double dies. And this was like early '96. It was a 1995D penny. And then later on, people started finding these double-dyed pennies on 95D. They weren't quite as exaggerated as the 95 Philadelphia double die, but they're almost as cool, almost as as spread. Mostly spread in the words "In God We Trust" at the top. Well, those double dies that were found in circulation, he said that they looked just like the coin he saw at the U.S. Mint that was made as a training coin. So maybe this double die is the only one ever made on purpose and accidentally put into circulation. It's a maybe. It's not confirmed. It's maybe, because we have no idea. Because the problem is when there's no way to go back and confirm it, but he reported it as looking the same, and it could have been. There's a chance, but nonetheless, it's still an interesting story. And they might be able to confirm it, though. I guess if you had somebody that worked at the Mint back then, they might be able to confirm it. And by now, that is a cool story. That is really cool. I would definitely keep that as a family heirloom, man, and like keep the story with it. Remember, folks, every coin has a story. And some of those stories run in the family. All right, let's keep it going here. We're doing pretty well. We'll do a recap after this bundle. We do have one really good find. And where's where's our busty crustacean tonight? He's not showing up yet. And where's Funshine Bear? He didn't show up last night. I guess he's still sick. Now, Shannon, this would be a bookends I would keep, but it's not. It's just one off. 063, 062, just one more note. Maybe I'll find it somewhere in here somewhere. Possible. Not likely though. Oh, so Busty's like he's like laying in a corner in a pool of his own tears, crying, or in bed like hugging a pillow and crying himself to sleep right now. Is that where he's at? There we go, folks. There is a fairly crisp 1981 A series note. That's in good shape too. That's almost as old as I am. Almost as old as Shannon is. Not bad though. It's in pretty good shape. Look how crisp. It's got like a folder to in it, but it's in really good shape. That's a keeper. One older note. I'll keep it with like 85 series and earlier. I want some 83 series. No, those are the hardest to find. Those are really tough to find. I think I had one time and I threw it back and I could not find another one ever again. But yeah, it's a good old note. If you get if you go through a lot of currency, you can just look at the serial number and tell you can just look at the note and tell it's old, even without even looking at the year on it. Just by the way the seal looks, and especially the signature down here at the bottom will be different. There's another one of these FA series 2021s, a little bit faded here on the left or right side, but not enough. We got an older bill. Last time we didn't even get one. An older note, we only had like was it a 1999 series or 95? Something like that last night. I think it was 95. Okay, let's see if we can find something else here. We're almost 2/3 done. But when we're done with the stream, or at least with the hunting, I'm going to show you all some cool stuff as a reward for your loyalty. I'm glad the focus is working tonight. It's working a lot better tonight. It's kind of hit and miss, but it's still a lot better than last night. You forgot, Busty? I was told you were crying in a corner because your team lost. And you didn't want to show up out of humiliation. It's okay. At least you're here. How could you forget the most important live stream in the history of YouTube? At least they played. They tried. That's like the classic headstone. I tried. That with their team's headstone. Here's September 17th, 1584, another older date. Got a pretty good stack of those so far, but I'm not going to look at them until. Here's a Where's George Note from earlier in my throwaway pile. I'm not going to keep it. Good thing it reminded you. You missed out on some awesome finds, man. We found like 1-digit serial numbers, solids, ink smears, butterfly folds. Actually, none of the above. We did have some good finds, though. At least one really good find. I'll do a recap here in a second. We'll finish this bundle. I'll do a recap. Yeah, Busty, I'll show you what all we found here in a minute. We'll do a recap here after this bundle's done. We're almost finished with it. No really good fancies yet, but we're not done yet. I've got more bills to do tomorrow. That one's got a little bit of a wavy serial number on it. A little bit wavy, but not too bad. Not as much as that one we found last night. Now, I remembered to bring some bills to show off at the end of the stream. I got them like right before I started the stream too. I barely remembered, but I did remember. Okay, so that is now 10 bundles down. And here's a recap of our finds so far. As far as star notes, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 star notes out of 10 bundles so far. These are all the they're all common print run. 3.2 million. There's a 2013 B, not the duplicate serial number range. 2017 A F series, 2021 K, 2017 A F series, 2017 A B, 2013 K, 2021 K, and 2013 G. All common print runs. No rare star notes tonight yet, but we're not done yet. As for fancy serial numbers, it's all low-end stuff. There's a trinary there with 3s, 8s, and 7s. A trinary that's also a Where's George bill with 4s, 8s, and 1 7. I wish that 7 had been an 8 or a 4. That'd been awesome. But it's from Mena, Arkansas. We looked it up earlier. Trinary with 1s, 8s, and 5s. Trinary, that's some people call it flipper. 8s, 6s, and 9s. Trinary with 1s, 6s, and 3s. Trinary with 0s, 2s, and 5s. And a couple of hybrid notes. 9449, 7007, 2 different radars, and 4422, 9191. Basically 4 different pairs. Those are our best fancies so far. Not much. And out of 1,000 notes, we found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trinaries out of 1,000 notes. Remember that statistically they are trinaries or below are 7 out of 1,000. So we're basically right on the mark as far as consistency. We just found this a few minutes ago, a 1981 A series note in pretty good shape. That's our oldest find so far. And my favorite find is this one here. This is awesome. A 2021 J series note with a very faint serial number here on the right side. That is significant enough. I'm going to keep it, and I would say it's going to be worth quite a bit on eBay. I say 20 to 30 bucks, maybe more than that. It's almost maybe worth getting submitted in, but it's not in perfect shape. If it was any fainter than that, I would probably submit it, but it's not. I don't know. What do y'all think? Should I submit that? It would definitely get attributed, I think, as insufficient inking. It probably get AU on grade. It's got like 1 fold in the middle, but it's not a bad fold. I don't know, but that is the best find so far. That's actually better than all the finds last night. That's better than that radar note. You get an error note like this, a radar is nothing compared to this. Shannon, I agree. I think it's probably maybe 30 bucks tops. It might go as high as 50. And I'm dreaming, but that's really obvious though. That's like, you don't have to give that a second look. I say $20 to $30 value. I'm just, that's what I think it's at. I would say at least 20 bucks. Because I see the ones that are even lesser than this selling for like 5 to 10, and not even nearly this good. But kiss the bill, huh? I'll just kiss George. You want to give George a kiss, Busty? If I kiss it, it'll ruin its value. It'll lose all of its value. It's worth nothing. Yeah, Shannon, I wouldn't either. It's not quite. If it was a little more faint, if it was like super crisp, I would think about it, but it's not. But I think it's faint enough to get it attributed though on the slab. All right, there's our recap. We're now on bundle number 11 out of 15. We're at the home stretch now, but we got quite a few more to go through. Remember, if I missed something, let me know. So far, we're doing really well, though. I mean, I'm used to find trinaries and stuff like that, but that Arab bill is pretty sweet. I could look it up and see what they're going for like that, because that is like significant. The bill's a little bit lower here. I may check it on eBay. I may just do a quick research on that, because that's probably the faintest one I've ever found. I found them pretty faint before, but not like that. Oh man. Zeros, threes, twos, and ones. Not a trinary, but almost a cool note. Had that one been a zero, I'd definitely keep it. Let me do a quick eBay search of something like that and see what they're selling for. My guess is $20 to $30. It could be less, it could be more. I think any more than 30 is pushing it, but I could be wrong. Haven't checked one of those in a long time, so maybe I could check it real quick. Let's see here. I just searched for faint serial number, but I'm getting all fancy serial numbers. Let me try. Insufficient inking. Somebody sold a laundry note on here for $21. That was in the laundry. That's hilarious. Actually, several of them. It looks like it was in the laundry. I don't think I'm going to be able to find one like that. A lot of these are like notes that were in the laundry. People are selling for like quite a bit of money. I don't know. Let's get back to the hunt. I'll worry about that later. Harry Potter. You're going to have to name them off, Busty. I forgot what they even are. I don't remember what they are. Y'all keep these notes with like 3 triples in the serial number, or 3 pairs. I don't keep them unless there are 4 pairs, and they got to be in a row. But a lot of people do keep those. So name off the houses, and I'll pick one based on the names. I don't remember most of them. I haven't watched those movies in 20 plus years, probably. Oh, there's a close one there. That one ruins it, but still a trinary. Had that one been a 2, that would have been awesome. An awesome radar, binary radar. Hufflepuff. Is that a house? Hufflepuff house? I'm not even sure what that even is. Hufflepuff? I don't even know what Hufflepuff is, and I don't want to search for it. I'm sure I'll be embarrassed. Come on, folks. Where's some good notes? Guys are making fun of me. I'm going to cry. 95 series note. Is it or is it not a web note? You have 5 seconds or you're banned. 5, 4, 3, 2. You're all banned. No. What do y'all think? Bussy says yes, it is a web note. Shannon says nope. Now, I already know what it is. I cheated. I looked at the front. Look at the back. You'll see the plate number here is at the bottom. It's got to be at the top to be a web note. And remember, there cannot be a letter in front of the plate number here on the lower right. If there's a letter there, it is not a web note. And that's your lesson for the day. So no go on that one. Well, we got close. So we have Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, and Slytherin. What's Hufflepuff? And why am I Hufflepuff? Gryffindor, I remember too. I forgot almost all those though. Ravenclaw. There's Ravenhawk. I know those guys. That guy at least. Dude, a corn dog. Did you pay 99 cents for it? Was it 99-cent corn dog day? So Ravenclaw requires currency smarts, huh? And 2 sausage breakfast burritos. That's like, dude, you're probably busy like digesting all that today, right? That's why you missed half the stream. You're in that regretful mode. Okay, we're now down through 11 bundles. We have 4 more to go. Here is number 13 or 12. Number 12. All right, so we're now 12. On bundle number 12 here. We'll do a recap after we get to the 15th bundle. Unless somebody requests one, then I'll do another one. If you're watching the stream and you want a recap of the finds that you missed, let me know. We've done okay. We've got a lot of like lower end stuff, but we also have one really good error bill. And considering how tough error bills are to find, we did pretty well on an error bill today. That's definitely the highlight so far, but we're not done yet. We may beat it. We might beat it. And if you're all not familiar with currency hunting, it is one of those things where you can go through like, several thousand ones and not find a damn thing and then find like $1,000 note all of a sudden at random. And that's happened to me. I didn't find a damn thing, and then I just found an epic bill. 95 series note? Yes or no? Is it a web note? Busty, this is your first test. Change. Favorite pizza at CC's. Busty already saw your answer, Shannon. But maybe he learned. Maybe. He's correct. It is not a web note. Plate numbers at the bottom here, and on the front, there is both a Fort Worth Fort Worth prefix and an E prefix as well. Not a web note. Y'all are getting good at this. Now, I like Shannon's like, oh my God, I gave him the answer. I gave him the answer. I think he remembered. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. His answer was fast enough, but I'm sure he saw it in the chat. He had to have. Busty, you're so awesome, and your rainbow super chat. I appreciate it. I have to answer your question. I haven't answered your question. My favorite pizza at CC's. I actually went there. Was it last Friday? Last Friday, not this past week, but the week before. I went there after work. I think. Yeah, I did. I ate there without you this time. And I would say, that sausage pepperoni is pretty good. Let's be honest. That sausage pepperoni is pretty good. I'm assuming you don't count the cinnamon rolls, which were just amazing when they're fresh, and the brownies, which are not bad. I think that sausage pepperoni was pretty good. I'm a meat guy, though. I'm a carnivore. I like a fact monster, Gotta have that meat. Almost a flipper. That 7 ruined it. Buffalo chicken I think I had that too. I think I had that as well. I'm pretty sure I had that too. That's also pretty good. And you do feral pig pizza. That is the bomb. I just wish they had it more. Like, they only serve it on holidays though. There's a nice note. Y'all want this note to put in a frame? Like, what happened there? It's like symmetrical too. It's got a tear there, 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 and there. Somebody like had it mounted on something. I just thought it was special. Man. Well, Busty, are you going to share your good news last night from the last minute of the stream? Tell everybody your news. Oh man. All right. That's right, Busty. Busty's having a Busty baby. And he's married to the Boggy Creek Monster, also known as the Falk Monster. So it's going to be like a Busty, hairy baby. You know, didn't you like reproduce by like just like dropping water on yourself? And it's like automatic, like little polyps kind of popped out. Nice, Richard. Now, Richard, if you want to send me the picture, go for it. If you don't, it's okay. I mean, just knowing the series and the note's good enough. That's an awesome find, man. I'll show you some currency here in a little bit. We got 3 more bundles to go through, and I'll show you some currency after we do a recap. Now, if you're joining us, you haven't seen a recap yet. I think everybody's here is the same people who've been here for a little while, so we'll see. All right. Bundle number 12. Here's lucky number 13. It's now just after 9 a.m. Got plenty of time left to goof around afterwards. It's kind of the goal. I can get done early and then get these bills ready to send back to the banks and show off. You do a little show and tell and stuff. Let's find something. We haven't found anything in a little while. Let's find something good here. We're due for it. We've earned it. There's some FA series notes right here, but they're not faint enough for me to keep. You can see they're a little bit faint. Just a little bit, but not faint enough. Some of these are really faint. All right. That's 5 5s, but not 6 5s. Got to be at least 6 for me to keep them. Come on, bills. You've got to have something eventually. Steak and baked potato, man. That sounds amazing. I had homemade pasta. Well, I made it at home anyway. Bow tie pasta with tomato sauce and a can of mixed vegetable medley inside. So good. And a side, so close to our radar. 2526, 2596. So close. Had a side of breadsticks, but I think I only ate 1 breadstick. I like the pasta too much. Pot roast and mashed potatoes. Man, I am jealous. I never get any of those dishes at all anymore. Once in a while I get mashed potatoes, but I have to eat those. If I want mashed potatoes, I have to go get it for lunch. Pot roast sounds so good though. Man, I didn't know fat monsters can cook that kind of food, Busty. I guess if you train them, they can cook anything. Where are our star notes, folks? We find them all in one bundle? Is that what happened? There's a modern birthday note. October 7th, 1992. Finally, an actual birthday note from someone who's not dead of old age already. There we go. A find. Not in great shape, but still a keeper for the birthday stack. Probably a $10 to $15 note in the condition it's in. All right. Let's go through this bundle. Hope for something else. If y'all don't ever search much currency, I recommend doing it now while star notes are still in circulation. Because in 10 years, they're going to be tough to find, especially after I go through like a million notes, and I will be. I plan on it anyway. Right now is the best time to hunt. Well, actually, a few years ago would have been the best time to hunt through currency because the 2013 Bs were still out there pretty easily findable. Here's a trinary. That is, some people call a flipper. I don't call a flipper, but some people call it a flipper. 0s, 9s, and 8s. Good eye appeal and also good condition. It's also got 3 80s in it. 80, 80, 80. Good enough. All right, that is the end of that bundle. Now, Sir Bush, you're going to give me your leftover pot roast? Man, that's not fair. I guess I have to use all those super chats to buy some corn dogs at Sonic, right? Here we have bundle number 14. All right. 2 more bundles to go. Another FA series note. Kind of faint, but not quite faint enough. Hope to find some more star notes before we're done. And by the way, when we're done with this, we're not actually done. We have other things to do, and we have another stream tomorrow night with another 1,500 bills. And so far, these hunts have been great. Even one good find is always, that's all you find, that's great. All right. So you are back in town. Are you back in town yet, Busty? Are you still down south? I'm assuming you're back because it is a weekend. Yeah, that's what I thought. Y'all do anything fun today besides watch sports and cry? I did some yard work. I fed my animals, watered my animals. I'm apparently a farmer now. Got to take care of my animals and prepare for a live stream. I also cooked dinner. I was a busy boy today. I don't know if that was a duplicate or not. Or if I had 2 bills at a time there for a second, I think. All right. Speeding through these. Another dog, huh? Nice. What kind of dog? Is it enormous and vicious? Does it like $1 bills? Does it like currency and coins and skydiving and arrowheads? Okay. 14th bundle is done. We only have 1 more to go. We're blasting them out tonight. 1 more bundle. Then we'll do a recap. Then I'll show you all some cool stuff. Some of which you probably already seen, but some of it you probably haven't. All right. Last bundle, bundle number 15. Can one of y'all give it a kiss for some good luck? Kiss George for some good luck. Let's see if that works. Perfect, Busty. George is now somehow blushing. Or he's excited. We'll see what happens with his last bundle. And we'll do 3 more tomorrow night. Oh, we're not done too late in the night. Because most of y'all go to bed early. I don't, but most of y'all do. All right. Let's hope to at least find one thing in this bundle that's worth keeping. If we don't, it's okay. There's a trinary, 0s, 4s, and 2s. That's actually a good combination to have. All multiples of 2. It's something, but nothing good yet. Okay. Hold the rest of them up like this. There is December 13th, 1147. Old, very old year. I'll check it later for a history note, but not likely to be anything important. All right. If you haven't done so yet, hit that like button for the stream that's almost over. Well, at least the hunt's almost over. We're going to be sub 2 hours getting these done today. Going fast. I didn't goof off as much tonight, I guess. Faster we go, the more time we can spend on other stuff. Almost a radar. 7426, 7429. Yeah, Busty, I haven't seen him since last month. He didn't show up last night either. That's why I put those community posts out to see if he come in. Remember, I don't know. He's probably busy. He may show up one of these days. Maybe tomorrow night. You never know. Maybe he got bored. I don't know. Maybe he's got schoolwork. There's a hybrid 4114-6767. Little miniature radar and a miniature super repeater. Low end though. And maybe our last find. I bet it will be. Because we're about done. And that is all she wrote. 1,500 bells. Yeah, give me your email. You can email it to me to my email. I'll just reply. I'll just let you know. Tomorrow night, 7:30. Most likely going to be 7:30 unless something comes up. Okay, so now all the hunting's done for tonight, but we're not done yet. Let's do a recap. Now, for star notes, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We didn't find any in the last 5 bundles, did we? With a 2013 G series, these are all 3.2 million print runs. So 2013G, 2021K, 2013K, 2017B, 2017A, 2021K, 2017AF, and 2013B, not in the duplicate serial number range. That was the biggest tease of the night. We also had a birthday note, October 7th, 1992. If this is your birthday, or if you know someone who has this birthday, email me. I'll get this note to you one way or another. And we also have a bunch of low-end serial numbers. Here we have a hybrid, 4114-6767. We just found this. A trinary here with 0s, 2s, and 4s. We also just found that. Hybrid with 0s, 8s, and 9s. Some people call this a flipper. I do not, but it is what it is. Here we have a trinary with 1s, 2s, and 9s. Trinary with 0s, 2s, and 5s. One with 1s, 3s, and 6s. One with 6s, 8s, and 9s. Here's one with 1s, 8s, and 5s. Here's a Where's George Bill trinary with 4s, 7s, and 8s from Mena, Arkansas. Not too far from here. A trinary with 3s, 7s, and 8s. Here's another hybrid with 9449707, a hybrid between two different radars. Another hybrid here, 44229191, a hybrid between a binary and a super repeater. So we had, at a 1,500 bills, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 trinaries, which is actually low. It should have been around 13 or so, 13 to 14, statistically anyway. And we also had 3 hybrid notes. And we also had a 1981 A series note in pretty good shape. That's our oldest find so far for both tonight's stream and last night's stream. But we still have 1,500 bills left. Now, Rusty, no, I don't consider ones or eights flipper notes or flipper numbers because they are not symmetrical. They don't read the same upward and upside down and right side up. And the find of the hunt for tonight, the 2021 J series note with the very faint right serial number. Compare that to that. That is definitely insufficient inking, and that is the most significant one I've ever found. That is one of my best error notes. I've got a couple of notes that are off center cut enough to have a little bit of the border on the right side or left side, but this one is about as good as that is. Thumbnail, Busty? Yes, this will be the thumbnail. Probably like this, just like this. And I'll probably put an arrow to that with a WTF on it, because that is definitely an awesome find. If you missed last night's stream, if you did, last night we found a radar, 13800831, and a very low run serial, or a star note, sorry, with a 250,000 print run, a 250,000 print run star note. Those are our best 2 finds in last night's stream. So now we have our top 3 finds. We have our best fancy, a radar, our best star note, and the best error bill, which is pretty darn sweet. I like that of all 3, I'll be honest. So that's what we have found. Does anyone have any questions about the finds? If not, I'm going to do some show and tell. Who wants to see my best currency finds? Some of you may have seen them already, but some of you have not. I've got my best currency finds here next to me right now. Here is probably my best serial number here. Check it out. Serial number 9. That is my only 7 of a kind note with 7 zeros, and also my only single digit serial number I've ever found. I found this, I think, in summer 2023. But that is my best one of my two best serial numbers. My other one, and Shannon, I believe, has seen this one. I found this during a currency battle video with Rusty at All In Currency Collecting. And this is a true binary super radar. This, if you find a radar note, this is the king of all radar notes. But yes, Busty, the lower the better. If you get down to like serial number 1, had this 0 been a 1, this note would be worth possibly close to 5 figures. It'd be worth several $1,000s. Hey Jim, how's it going? Well, Jim, I've got plenty of metal here too. I do metal too. But welcome to the stream. Nice seeing you. I'm showing off my best finds. This is this is about as valuable as the other one is. I saw a $10 bill with the same serial number, I believe, sell for around $1,000 last year, maybe mid or late last year, I think. And I saw one with the other serial number with this one. I think it was a 5, sell for $1,000 also. I think it was $9.99. They sold it for like with the number on it, 999. But these are my two best serial numbers: a single digit, serial number 9, and a super repeater that's also a true binary. I call it the king of radar notes. It is the most valuable of all radar notes. And all the numbers add up to 2. Those are my favorite 2 serial numbers, but I've got other stuff to show you. If you missed a recent current set I did a couple months ago, I think, or maybe 3, I found, I don't know if I found this one. I think I found another one on the stream. And Busty, I would say, honestly, I could probably get $1,000 for it, $800 to $1,000 for that note, at least $600. But I saw one sell in roughly the same condition. I think I think it was a 5, or maybe a 1 for $1,000 recently, $999 with free shipping, so around $1,000. But this one, this is a date note, April 30th, 1803. This is when the declaration, or it's not the declaration, the Louisiana Purchase was signed. Well, I said declaration, but the Louisiana Purchase was signed on this date. This one I found a few years ago, I think 3 years ago, 2 to 3 years ago. But this one I found recently on the channel. Same exact serial number, April 30th, 1803. A duplicate serial number with a cool date. A history note that's also duplicate. So these are my best 2 finds that go together with the same serial number. The one is a 1999 series, so it's quite a bit older. It's a lot older than the other one, but that's why it's not in the best shape, but it's okay. A bit faint up here from the serial number, but it's so old, I don't think it's insufficient anything. I think it's just wear. But those are a cool find, and I've got the giveaway note here coming up next. This note will be given away later this month. It is January 28th, 2026. So in 18 days from now, I'll give this note away to an expecting mother or father. It's an upcoming birthday note. I gave away 2 last month, December 12th and December 13th of 2025. I gave those away. And I did get feedback from one of the people who got them from the 13th. They messaged me on the video and said thank you. Did not hear back from the first person. But this one will be given away on that date. And it is a Wednesday. So I'll have to go there on my lunch break to give it out, or after work, one of the 2, preferably on my lunch break. If I don't have time, if I don't find anybody to give it to directly, I'll leave it at the desk and they'll give it away to somebody for me. That's right. And it's possible. It is very possible if I find it. I don't think I will though. The first time I gave this away, I gave it to the people directly. They thought it was really cool, and the people that gave me feedback, they just said they're going to keep it. That was cool. This is in the alternate, the alternate pattern, the year, then day and month, or month and day, year, month, day. I keep these two. They're just as, they're good. But this is what I'm going to give away here in about 18 days. Does anybody have any questions, comments? Tell me I suck, whatever. I'm going to go through and research these date notes. But I'll do these after the stream. There's quite a few of them, but they're older dates. I probably won't keep them. I kept one from last stream. It was a battle from like several hundred years ago. I had to spend time researching them. But I'll do this later. They're not important. Yeah, that would be really cool. I think one of them might have done so, actually. It was or really close. So maybe it's their first name is like, Carrie with a K or something, or Kevin. And the last name's with a B. That'd be awesome. But I guess I can ask them if somebody there has those initials, and the baby's name has those initials. I can find out. They won't tell me the names, but I might be able to find out. I have to be careful because at a hospital, I got to respect everybody's privacy. I don't film in the hospital. I don't even go in the maternity ward. Really, I just go to the front desk and wait for somebody to show up. Hopefully, I can give them away. That is actually Busty. That might be the actual name, Carmelo Cheese Bartholomew. That might be the name of the person. If it is, they're getting this note. No matter how long I got to stay there and wait for them. If I have to be there a week for them to get out of there, I'll stay there a week. But that's what we got. So we've done 2 streams so far. And here are our best finds. This is my favorite, undoubtedly. I just wonder what they sell for on eBay. I couldn't find one yet. Here's one here. Let me see if it's as good as this one. Insufficient inking on the, no, that's different. That's on the reverse. I just wonder what they sell for when they're like this. Because it's only on that one side. I think it's, I don't think I'll find one fast enough to really spend much time on it. I got one here with a missing digit that's under inked, and it sold for $13.99, so $14 for that. This is way more significant though, and it's not much fainter than these numbers are, honestly. And it's one number, so I think it's an easy $20 to $30, maybe more, because some of these notes are really ridiculous. I don't know, but it's still a good find. Yeah, the radar is pretty good. The radars are like, they're like $8 to $12 notes. That's kind of what the range that they go for. It's got 4 different numbers too, so it's not going to be super valuable. I say 10 to $12 tops. And that star note is worth. This star note's worth a few bucks too. I could probably get more than $10, probably $15 for that one too. That's a good run. This one's definitely the most valuable of the 3 though. I just can't find a note on eBay that looks like this though. I find some that are way more significant than this, or the whole bill's missing. Oh wow. Well, Shannon, I got an insufficient inking here with like part of a number missing on a $10 note from like 1977. $10 note rated Choice AU 58 with 1 digit partially missing on both, on both sides. And that was $170 slabbed. So what if I did slab this? I think I'd get AU, at least XF. It's not perfect, but it's decent. It might be worth getting slabbed if it's so. That one's, it's significant, but of course, it's like part of the number is actually missing. I'll think about it. But nothing significant like this. I mean, either way more than this or not even close to as good as this. So I don't really know what it would sell for exactly, but I would say 20 to 30 bucks would be a safe bet. Maybe more. I haven't graded one either, but it would definitely get attributed as an insufficient inking error. If it gets an error, if it gets graded with an error, that might be all that matters. Because a lot of what's on here is just notes that people put in the laundry and sold up for like 20 bucks or more, because all that's left really is the third print and the seal that didn't get washed out. And I found those before, but nothing like this. It's still a cool find. I'll still say it's the most valuable find of all the bills so far. We'll show it in tomorrow night's stream too, as in a recap. But I think it's that made the hunt right there, just that one note. I have to look for these again more often, these 2021J series notes in this specific serial number range. But that's what we got. Those are our top 3 finds, our best star note, best fancy, and best error note so far. And if you want to add in our oldest note, yeah, this one's legit. This is definitely error. That is insufficient inking. That's it. They're running out of ink on this one. This is not washed. It is way too crisp and way too solid everywhere else. That's the real deal. We also had this note, our 81 series. That's our oldest note. And it's also in great shape. That's a nice little collection there, just from 3,000 notes. Yeah, it's legit. All right. Well, have a good shower or bath if you're going down to the creek. Had a good stream, just over 2 hours now, so not bad. Had some good finds. And we'll see. I had a feeling you're going down there somewhere. Gonna wait, do some waiting. But let's we'll call it quits for the night, and we'll do it another one tomorrow night. Yeah, Bus, you gotta clean up for the delivery pretty soon, man. Clean up for that delivery. Well, thanks y'all for joining us. Had fun. We always do. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll do another 15 bundles tomorrow night. Then we're done with currency for the month. Then I'll start doing quarters, and then maybe some $50. Now, if y'all want to do, if anybody out there wants to do a $50 hunt battle, wink, wink, let me know. I've got 10 boxes. If they're like anything like Shannon's, they probably got no silver in them, but I'm going to look. Everybody's been hunting. Maybe I've got better luck. I don't know. I probably don't, but we'll see what happens. We'll try to get some half done this month at some point, as long as I don't get more coin. I'll probably get more quarters at some point. I won't do them live, Shannon, because I do a lot of scoping, like a lot, and it gets boring as hell, I'll be honest. I mean, I could do it live, but the only thing people want to see is like just me standing here, open the rolls, and then just open the roll and leave it. Like I want to scope. I want varieties. Those are my priority. Varieties, double dies. I like those more than, I hate to say it, more than silver. Even though silver's really high, I like finding double dies. They keep my eyes working, and eventually they stop working because I see too many coins. But great stream. Thank y'all for making it fun. Without you guys, this would not be possible. Well, it'd be possible. I'll just sit here and talk to myself the whole time. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Same time, same place, but different bills. Y'all have a good night.